You know what I'm doing? I'm making steak and chicken for the dogs. I don't normally do this. But ever since that guy wrote the article about me saying I ate a dog, it hasn't been the same. Now I gotta work my way back into their good graces. This was my dinner. I'm giving them my food. This is the height of irresponsible journalism. I mean, I don't care what it does for me, but look at these guys. These guys don't believe in anything they hear on the news. Yeah, Daddy would never do something like that. He was a goat. Oh, St. Francis loved the animals. I love you guys. I would never eat a dog. It was fake news. It was fake news. St. Francis with a wolf of Gubia. This is one of their favorite books. It really calms them down.
Just give me another chance and $180 million. I can make this.
At Cornell University, they have an incredible piece of scientific equipment known as the tunneling electron microscope. Now, this microscope is so powerful that by firing electrons, you can actually see images of the atom, the infinitesimally minute building block of our universe. Roger, if I were using that microscope right now, I still wouldn't be able to locate my interest in your problem.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think. Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder.
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
So, Rewriting Ripley Pod is back. And again, they're attacking YouTube channels for having a different opinion over a TV show. This is where our culture is right now, but it's very important to understand what's going on here, okay? And this shit with them started in 2018, okay? They appeared out of nowhere, and there was some sort of like study where they were trying to figure out all this alt-right fandom, blah, 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 shit they made up in their heads. And they definitely had a connection to Lucasfilm. Pablo Hidalgo followed them or still follows them. And Matt Martin was retweeting them because what they were doing is they were teaming up for that study, they're basically we're doing what they're doing now. And here's the thing. This is what they were doing to Ethan Van Sciver. Obviously, it didn't work. Ethan makes a lot of money for YouTube. And let me say, money is very kind of in short supply, so they're probably not going to listen to them. I found where they did once. They demonetized someone or removed a video, but that was it. And it's like, okay, why do you guys keep doing the same thing over and over again? Are you crazy? Okay. So then you get this girl named Michelle Buckman. Michelle was the social media person at Lucasfilm from October 18th through March of 2020. Let me explain what this means. She was going out and looking for basically people that are not normal, and she uses the pejoratives cis male, cis white male, cis white female as the bait to get the Hunger Games victimhood regimen to fully form behind her. She worked for Lucasfilm. I found it on LinkedIn. She's now since moved on, probably because she got fired, to MGM. Okay, so God bless them. And so she was part of that. And what they're doing now, without her, is they're doing the same thing. They have a nice big letter. And they have a letter. This guy who calls himself Kyle Katarn on X is helping them pass it out to YouTube to deplatform, again, more channels. It's Einstein's keep repeating the same thing over and over again is a sign of insanity. And here's just more of her Buckman's tweets out there and replies as she's running around looking for people who repeat everything she says in her opinions so she can validate her stupid idea that the fandom is alt-right. It's ridiculous.
Difficult. Excuse me, Niles, but I've got news for you. Copernicus called, and you are not the center of the universe.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal. It was the goal.
So, Rewriting Ripley went back to what they did back in 2020 against Ethan Van Sciver, which failed miserably. And they're attacking Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Cannell, and others for daring to hate the Acolyte. I don't have to play the James Lindsay, Nick Freitas video again, showing you guys what the problem is. This is the letter that they wrote. Another Twitter account, X account called Kyle Katarn, or General Katarn, I can't remember, is passing it out, demanding that these guys have been, fans for their whole lives. Well, at least one of them has. Two of them I'm not sure of. One is a comic book owner and the other is just a greedy grifter. I don't have any love for these channels because I would like to see them thrown into the octagon with Rewriting Ripley and the Mary Sue, etc., and the slobby misogynist fanboys that follow him around, like Jason Ward and Steele Saunders, etc., and let them have at it. Meanwhile, the rest of us get Star Wars probably the way we kind of want it, okay? But these guys have been doing it since The Last Jedi. They weren't organized and didn't expect the backlash from TFA to be it was bad. I was there, I saw it. And a lot of people, I'm going to give world-class bullshitters a shout-out for making me realize just how fucking stupid that movie was. I still had hope that Ryan Johnson would come in and fix it, and he didn't. As this bitch, Leslie Headland, said, Ryan Johnson's the Martin Luther to George Lucas's Catholic Church. This is how fucking stupid they are. The continuation of asinine opinion-making on behalf of this woman here and demanding inclusion everywhere to the point where they take it over and they expect everybody to just move over and shut up. And I am going to say this. The people that were part of the first attack on the YouTubers by Rewriting Ripley back in 2018 with Michelle Buckman, and Lucasfilm was Michelle Buckman, Pablo Hidalgo, etc. And what pisses me off more than anything else in the whole fucking world, Kathleen Kennedy did nothing to stop it. She didn't even know what was going on. And Disney didn't know what was going on. Now, granted, this is at the time after the summer of Pablo's discontent in 2018, where he had basically gone off Twitter rage quit Twitter, or scared fright quit Twitter. I don't know what that was. But he was reposting their stuff. He was connected to it. Michelle Buckman was connected to it. So when people look at the fans and say, or why are you saying Lucasfilm was involved? Michelle Buckman was a social media person at Lucasfilm at the time. She was basically asking for everybody but actual Star Wars fans to chime in on how badly they were abused by the actual fans for a study, and to prove to, probably Kathleen Kennedy, who didn't know they were doing this, that what was going on, they were being abused, which is bullshit. They weren't. I mean, they were coming in and, they had a toothpick-sized, barbed wire-covered baseball bat trying to swing it at the fans who are pissed off. That's what was going on. And they're doing it again. Okay. Now, I don't think they'll get anywhere, especially now that you've got Google under an antitrust violation and the federal government's contemplating. And with the Justice Department or the federal government, I don't know which agency, looking into breaking Google up over the antitrust stuff, it's pretty definite that they're not going to get what they want. They're not going to get what they want from Disney because they lost money on the Acolyte, $180 million. To try again. No. Go pound sand. Sparrow said Leslie Hadland was kicked off the campus at Lucasfilm, and I think everybody knows it now. They let her do her press stuff and make an asshole of herself and drive more fans away. Then, of course, Amanda Stenberg, with her stupid diss track, made damn sure that the TV show would fail because she's dumb, okay? You cannot call fans racist, sexist, bigots, homophobes, and expect them to want to watch your shit, okay? You cannot make characters consistent if you change them. People will notice, okay? I hate to break it to you guys, all right? But there's the truth right there. Okay? And attacking YouTubers like Nerdrotic, I don't like him. Geeks and Gamers, I hate them. Ryan Cannell, dork boy, and trying to violate the right of free speech is not only un-American, it's what Nazis did. But we've got a bunch of women who cannot handle failure, and they don't know how to live in a world with people who will challenge their opinions. And they run around screaming for safe spaces because they can't deal with what the world is going to throw back at them. This is why we can't have nice things in the Star Wars fandom. And they're doing it again, attacking YouTubers, just like they did Ethan Van Sciver, over a TV show. But if we don't win this culture war, we are in fucking trouble. Okay? This is Frankfurt School bullshit, just like Andrew Breitbart called it. And there's no reason for any well-intentioned Star Wars fan, be they right-wing, left-wing, independent, to have to fucking deal with these people. There weren't enough of them anyway to make the Acolyte successful. And they still don't get it. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.